Hello everyone, my name is Carter Brady.
I'm Kendall Nicholson.
And I'm Rebecca Madison.
Today, we will be giving you an inside look at the work that occurs at the costume department at the Furman Playhouse. Let's start by talking with Rachel Gifford, who is the costume designer, and discuss her design process for the play titled If Then.
The character is Elizabeth, and one path she takes, we call her Beth, and the other path she takes, we call her Liz. And so Beth kind of ends up becoming a city planner. She is focused on her work. So in the Beth world, I chose to go for a yellow color theme because I was thinking about New York City and like taxis, you know, like when you kind of see a city from above in like New York, you know, you see the yellow taxi just going through the streets. And I was thinking about the Statue of Liberty and that track because, because immigrants, when they came to the United States, the first thing they saw was the Statue of Liberty. It was a symbol of freedom to them and a new life starting over. And that's why I chose that for Liz.
Professor Margaret Catarah Zona serves as Furman's costume shop supervisor and a costume designer herself. She was nice enough to sit down with us and take some time to explain the creative process in bringing a play's characters to life through their attire.
Naturally, the first thing that I do is read the script, and I make some notes about what are the givens in the script, what's called for. I try not to make any decisions or have ideas that I think are just terrific ideas, so I don't have anything that's precious to me before I talk to the director, because the director ultimately gets to decide, the overall direction. You do the research and you make crude sketches called thumbnails, and you meet again where all of the designers present ideas, and gradually a focus, a path emerges for a visual metaphor for the play. When you kind of know you're on the right track and you're all thinking the same way about the play, then there is a period of the builds for the show, and during that period you'll fit the actors several times. There are initial fittings done. If you're doing a period piece, you do generally a mock-up of the costume so that you can check the fit and the design in muslin, and then you tear the mock-up apart and that becomes the pattern. And so there's the mock-up fitting and then the initial fittings for the garment itself, and then of course the final fittings where you're finishing it out with hemming it. I typically am very heavy-handed when it comes to color, and wield color in a heavy-handed way.
It has these nice pleats in the front, and it's finished with a zipper.
Alan Smith is not only an actor in If Then, but also works with the costume department, sewing the outfits and fitting the clothes to specific actors.
So I'm working on altering what used to be like a blazer. One of the characters in the show wears this, and she's more of like a motherly figure, so we didn't want her to look so formal or business-like. So I took out the shoulder pads, and I am currently closing that back up. And then I'm going to sew the collar in so that it looks more like a cardigan. This is a knit fabric, so it's what you would see in sweatshirts or light jackets. So taking the collar in alone will take away some of the formality of the garment. So I'm doing this by hand because it's a very small place in the fabric. It's just in the lining, which is the inside of the garment. But when I take in the collar, I'll go over to the machine and do a small stitch along the edge just to keep it down. And so these shoulder pads, they were stitched into the arm, and I just had to essentially rip them out. That we do a lot of that around here, salvaging old garments, making additions to them, modifying them slightly to get the exact look that we need from the show.
Thank you for going along with us on a tour of the Furman Playhouse costume shop.
We hope you learned as much as we did during our time with the staff.
Please be on the lookout for the next upcoming play at the Furman Playhouse in the spring semester of 2018.